Welcome back to Cox Connections, exclusively on Cox 9 Roanoke. I'm Kim Stanley. The Foundation for Roanoke Valley is in the second year of a 5-year, $1.5 million grant program to benefit older adults. The Belonging Initiative provides grants to organizations for the purpose of increasing public awareness of resources available to older adults and their caregivers. Executive Director of the Foundation for Roanoke Valley, Alan Ronk, is here to tell us more. Alan, good to see you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about Belonging Initiative and what you're doing with that group?
The initiative is the Foundation's second major multi-year initiative. As you mentioned, it's to be about $1.5 million initiative over probably 5 to 6 years.
Okay.
The initiative is designed really to work to help with the physical and mental and emotional well-being of older adults in this community. We want our older adults to be healthy and safe and connected to the resources that are available to them.
So that's the reason for taking it on, is just to create, I mean, are you just donating money to organizations that help our senior citizens, or do you have specific programs?
We, over time, we've had a number of individuals who've created endowments within the foundation that are designated to help older adults. And so we wanted to really have a strategic way to make grants out of those endowments. And so we decided that we would join those resources of those endowments together in a major way, and to undertake about an 18-month study, really, to understand what the needs of the older adults are in the community, to find out where there were gaps in services and then fill those gaps.
Okay. What organizations specifically have benefited so far?
We initially started with a list of probably 40 to 50 organizations that we talked to. The goal was to find those organizations that could best fill the gaps in services that we identified, and we ended up with 5 grantee partners originally. So in the first year, Council of Community Services 211 program, Mental Health America Roanoke Valley chapter, the League of Older Americans Area Agency on Aging Senior Companion Program, the Botetourt Resource Center, and then Rebuilding Together Roanoke are our 5 partners.
Okay. Is this an annual event that you'll be giving grants annually?
We have renewed a second year to those same 5 organizations. Over time, as we find other areas where there are needs, we anticipate adding additional members to the initiative. So
how do organizations contact the Foundation of Roanoke Valley?
It's really not an open application process. It's a process where our community programming committee and staff really in a strategic way will choose organizations based on the mission of the initiative. And so, for example, we will be adding Roanoke College to help us with a research and analytical component, but there's not an open application process.
Okay. How much of an impact have you seen already in your 18 months?
It's really been amazing. We estimate probably well over 10,000 older adults have been served. The 211 program, for example, they've seen about 1,100% increase in the number of older adults who are calling that resource line. We've worked with, through our mental health Roanoke Valley program, we know that they've served well over 2,500 people through seminars that they're doing. The companion program, we probably estimate about 6 times the dollar amount of the grant in services provided through the Senior Companion Program. So we've really been overwhelmed, probably beyond our wildest dreams in the first year's results.
Wow, that is phenomenal. Well, beyond this program, your organization does so many other things. Talk to us a little bit about some of your other initiatives.
Well, the foundation, as the community foundation, we hold about 250 different endowments, and each of those endowments has their own story to tell and their own grants that they make. And so in a typical year, the foundation will grant out about $2.5 million to probably 300 to 400 different organizations. So in a typical year, we're probably involved with most every major charitable organization and cause in the community.
Okay, so you really focus just on the Roanoke community, or do you outreach into Southwest Virginia?
When we originally started, it was primarily the greater Roanoke Valley, but over time, the foundation's now 22 years into our work. We have expanded to about a 10-county area from primarily in western and southwestern Virginia.
Okay, all right. And I think you told me you've been with the organization Since it started, since
Right.
inception, is that right?
Had the pleasure to really work with an organization from literally ground zero to, and through the leadership of wonderful board members and great staff over the years, we've built a very significant resource here, and so it's been a real delight for me to be part of that.
That's great. And you're located downtown? Is
Yes,
that
our
correct?
office is at 27 Church Avenue downtown.
Okay, that's great. So just tell me, what attracted you to the organization and to be in this field for 20-some years? I mean,
Well, my background was in philanthropic work and actually worked in college development work and had an opportunity to learn about community foundations and to understand their power and what they do. Community foundations have been in existence about 100 years nationally, and so it really was an opportunity for me to grow personally and professionally, and also my family moved here 100 years ago or more, and so it's a community that I love and feel very strongly about, and it's a way for me every day to give back to that community.
wow, and you truly, it sounds like you're from here and your family's from here, so you definitely know a lot about the needs of our community. And I think that helps you, I'm sure.
It really does, but I learn something new every day.
Yeah,
So,
don't we all? That's
so.
for sure. Well, talk about how people can get in touch not only with the Belongings Initiative, but with your organization. How
Sure.
can other nonprofits get in touch and go about the process of applying and things like that?
From an application standpoint, we do much of our work through our website,
Okay.
which is simply www.foundationforroanokevalley.org. Folks are also available to call us at 985-0204 for our office. Again, we'd be honored to work with folks. If they're looking to set up a philanthropic endowment, that's really our bread and butter and our mission. If it's an organization, then we want to talk with them about what their needs are and how we can help.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for coming on the show. It was great to hear about the initiative as well as the program itself. And,
Thank you very much for having me today.
And we truly appreciate all you do for the community.
Well, and same to Cox.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up, orchestra sounds are just a keystroke away, and we're not talking piano keys. I'll explain after the break.